Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a brand new trans chat video. I have done these a couple of times now. This is episode number 4. All of the other ones will be linked up in the iCards in the corner, so you guys can check those out. You guys really seem to love these videos. They tend to get more views on a regular basis than my other videos, which I am super excited about because I do love filming these videos, even though my channel mostly focuses on like makeup reviews and such. I do really like filming these trans chats videos. I am very proud of the fact that I am transgender, and I love being able to share some of my experiences and my stories with you guys. And I'm glad because an overwhelming amount of the messages I've received based on these videos have been extremely positive. So I thank you guys so much for that. So today's video, I really want to focus on school, specifically kind of high school, and this kind of pertains to my coming out as well. But that's basically what this is going to be about. Without further ado, let's just get right into the video. People ask me a lot when I kind of realized I was trans, and I really don't have an answer. It's like as far back as I can remember, I remember, identifying as a female. I just wasn't really able to come to terms with that or vocalize it. But for one part, I actually remember in junior kindergarten, we had like bathrooms in the classroom, and I kept getting in trouble because I would use the girls' bathroom every single time, and eventually my teacher was just like not having it. So I actually had to go into the hallway, and like across the hall there was the teacher's bathroom, and I actually had to use that for like all of JK and I think SK too, because I just kept using the girls' bathroom and like not thinking anything of it. I was like, all my girlfriends use that bathroom, so why can't I? So that was kind of like my first memory really of like identifying as female. So then all throughout school, I was kind of forced to play with the boys at recess, and my teachers would always try to engage me in like sports when the guys were playing sports, and I'm just not into sports, never have been. Obviously some of the girls played sports, but I was just like not that kind of girl. So I was always kind of just forced to hang out with the boys because I was a boy. And I had mostly female friends growing up throughout school. And I remember like I used to gossip with all my girlfriends about like all the cute boys and everything. And I never really thought it was weird until like grade 2 or something like that. I remember telling one of my friends I had a crush on this boy at school. And she was like, oh, but that's weird. Like, you're a boy. You're not supposed to like boys. So that was kind of a weird point for me because I was like, wait, no, like I'm just one of the girls. But I kind of started to realize that like people were catching on, that I wasn't just like one of the boys. So I kind of tried to start acting more masculine, and this was impossible for me because I've always been an extremely very effeminate child. I like started hanging with guys at school, and like I started playing football at recess, trying to just fit in as one of the boys, and it just never worked. So elementary school wasn't too bad until like grade 4 or 5. That's like when I really started getting kind of bullied more often, and that's kind of when I turned and started trying to act more masculine. So then I went to a school from junior kindergarten to grade 5, and then I went to a middle school from grade 6 to 8. And when I came into middle school, I kind of like was bullied so much that I kind of flipped it over and became a bully in middle school, which is totally not cool. It's just kind of like the way that I reacted from holding everything in. And I mean, that was like a really shitty thing for me to do, but unfortunately that's what I did. But I started to hang out with girls again. I was just like, I get along with girls, I'm gonna hang with girls. So I had like a couple of like solid girlfriends throughout middle school. Then I got to high school, which was interesting. My high school, we had an all boys gym class, which I was forced to be a part of, obviously, because I presented as male at the time. So I would always go into the one stall and change in there. And like, it was always so uncomfortable for me because I'm changing into my uniform, and there's like naked men walking around in the showers, like in the locker room, and I always get picked on because I was super feminine, and I would always change in the locker or in the stall. I would like always go to the bathroom during class because there was gonna be less people in the bathroom, and I would hate running into another boy in the bathroom. So I always just kind of like would ask to go to the bathroom during class, and I would go to like the bathroom at the back of the school where there wasn't really any classrooms and kind of hope that there was no other people in there. I remember one time I opened up the door, the locker room from the gym classes downstairs was getting renovated, so all of the men's gym class was in that bathroom changing, and I just opened the door and there was like 30 guys in there, and I just like panicked and closed the door and walked out, and I just heard them like all laughing like, oh my god, like that girl just walked in on us, blah blah blah, which kind of made me feel good because I was like, oh, they knew I was a girl. It was always so hard to use the bathrooms in high school. I just like would avoid it so much. I would often try to hold my bladder for as long as I could. We also had this like gay straight alliance group in my high school. We'd all just like talk about different topics, talk about like coming out and everything, and like how we can try and make our school a safer place. So that was like a really big thing for me in high school. And it was so important for me having that there because that kind of made me realize more so like who I am. I started transitioning in like grade 11. So I'd started growing out my hair. So if you look back at pictures, I had like shoulder length hair, and I just kind of started wearing more makeup to school and presenting more femininely. But I didn't like change my names or anything in the system. I really just kind of wanted to keep to myself, but kind of, you know, my whole plan was to like slowly transition, and then by the time I was out of high school, it would be like, cool, now I can like identify as female. But rumors spread really fast in high school, and literally everybody knew I was trans, and like I used to be like walking down the hallways and people like, oh, that's that trans girl. Somehow everybody knew. So basically I started transitioning like when I was 17 in high school. Looking back, I'm so happy that I was able to come to terms with who I am and like start transitioning that early, because it was not easy, but it's definitely helped shape who I am today. And I know that not every trans person has really positive experiences coming out. A lot of my teachers were really cool with me presenting more female in classes. It took me a really long time to actually like transition, like change my name and present female like all the time. It was just a struggle, considering I started so young and it just took me so long to get where I wanted to go. But here I am today, and I'm so proud of myself and everyone who was able to accept me and like let me do things at my own pace. I know it wasn't easy for me or anybody else. I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head about like school. It was just kind of like overall a pretty bad experience. I got picked on a whole lot, and it was hard to transition in like a very not super accepting school. Although my school was the first school, my high school, after I left, was the first school in like the district here to create a gender neutral washroom for students. So I'm so glad about that, and I wish that they had that when I was in school, but I'm glad that the students that are there now have that option. That's basically it, guys. I just wanted to share with you some of the struggles and challenges I faced in school. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if you have any more questions that I didn't answer, or if I skimmed over something really quickly and you have more questions. Let me know and I'll do a part 2 or just answer them in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching these trans chats videos. I really am glad that you guys enjoy them because I really like sharing them with you guys. Hit the thumbs up button if you like these trans chats videos, and please hit the subscribe button down there before you leave, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.